Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 895 of Geeks in Space. I am still Rob Commander Taco Malda, and I am unsurprisingly joined in pretend low Earth orbit by the two and only Rob Roseboom.
Hello.
And
What?
Chris DeBona.
Is there two of me as well?
Yep, there's four of
Or
you.
by two, did you mean me and Rob? Or
Look,
I question your
my linguistic choices.
well, yeah,
It's all right. Hey, it's been almost 2 weeks.
it has been 2 weeks.
How's everybody's summer?
Busy.
It's been really busy.
It has been really busy for all of us.
Yeah.
All sorts of things that we don't live stream. The stuff that we talk about before we press go.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad to see you both.
I'm glad to see you both too.
Good. It's good to be friends.
And our dozen of podcast listeners.
Our like 110
ones.
podcast audio listener.
Yeah, but we don't know if they're
They might be
actually
real.
listening. You know how it is with podcasts that like they pile up and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I got a long drive. Maybe I'll listen to that then. I don't care about this one that much.
Right.
In fact, can I tell you one of my favorite things to do in YouTube? Unsubscribing.
Oh, harsh.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever like go through your subscriptions list and you're looking at it and somebody does
Yep.
one that maybe they don't do it too often, so you're not really reminded they exist all that often?
Yep.
You're like, oh, I'm never gonna watch that. I'm never gonna watch that person again.
I rarely
Unsubscribe.
I unsubscribe, but generally only out of spite. You have to do something to actively make me unhappy to get me
I'm not
to
saying it's like a
unsubscribe.
fetish or anything, but it's an endorphin hit when you unsubscribe.
You know what? I unsubscribed I don't know, a year or two ago from Linus Tech Tips and
Okay.
all of his network of channels because he did something that I just thought was scummy. And
What did he do?
I don't even remember. There were a lot of things.
I don't know. I still enjoy LTT quite a bit. I ended up meeting those guys at Open Sauce.
I'm
And
sure
like
they're
Uriah
totally.
and Luke, they get along like a house.
Oh, I
on
bet.
fire.
I bet.
Oh my
I bet.
God.
No, I don't even remember what it
romance
was.
yeah. So yeah.
No, there was something that they did, and it was like there were like 3 separate incidents, and it was the third one where I was just like, okay, I don't feel good about watching this anymore. That's
Okay.
pretty rare for me to get to that level of caring. But
Well, I mean, as long as you can avoid the cycle of just subscribing so you can later unsubscribe.
yeah, just to get that fix.
Yeah, the fix. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe to you.
Oh, I
You thought I was a
unsubscribed.
listener? No way.
I unsubscribed from everything from M through Q today. Just it's the only way I can do anything anymore.
So good.
So good.
So guys, I know Rob, your internet connection is pretty bad. Have you made preparations for the end of dial-up? Because I know AOL is turning off all dial-up internet now.
I have fiber to my.
Yeah, you have better internet than me.
You were Frontier formerly,
Yeah.
right? And then Frontier went out of business, and then they were bought out of bankruptcy by Verizon. So now are you Verizon?
No, I'm some
switched over.
local
Oh.
company that I'm not exactly sure if it was a spin-off from Frontier. You remember they had some issues with the government taking government grant money and then not rolling out fiber. So
Like
a
New
lot of
York.
You mean
A
they
lot of-
got caught?
yes, a lot of small companies got spawned out of that for rural internet. So I have one of those now that ran
Okay.
fiber to my house. They're called MEC.
Ooh.
Mech.
Yep.
That's nice. That's nice.
No robots though, just intermittent internet, because they haven't quite figured out how not to do updates and bring their whole network down yet. They're that size internet provider, Every other Wednesday from midnight to 5, you may or may not have internet, so
Yeah.
be prepared.
I have all of the core computers on my network at 10 gigabits, and I have my Wi-Fi access points are all 2.5s, but
Mhm.
my internet to my home, it is a 2.5 gig port, but it only ever
very luxurious.
outputs like 1.8, 1.6. But I sit here every day.
Are you gonna be okay?
Every day for a few minutes, I sit and think, wouldn't it be great if I could have fiber and get I don't need 10, but I would like maybe 4, 5 gigabits. That'd be enough. I know.
So the thing that drove me away from, I guess it was Comcast, and they actually offered high speed downloads, like 2.5 or whatever. And I went, but the upload speeds were just terrible.
Yeah.
And really all over the place.
That's
so
what
I ended up
that's what I really
switching
need.
to the municipal fiber with a local provider. And so unfortunately it caps out at 1 gigabit. But it's symmetrical and beautiful.
I mean, my Starlink was kind of expensive, but man, did that work great out here. I don't know.
Do you get a lot of dropouts, or
no? I don't know that honestly that there's a better rural internet.
Yeah,
it's a good deal. It's definitely one of those things, like, when you think about what am I going to do in 5-10 years, and there's a part of me that's like, I want to go and get a place in North Michigan. I can buy a big old hunk of land in the middle of nowhere. But SpaceX makes that practical for me.
Yeah,
they make like little units now that you could mount, like if you're an RV person, that you mount on your RV or just bring with you, like little portable units for that. That's really great.
Yeah, I have a relative that has the Starlink on their van.
So I think if I were going to tie this up into a bow, we don't give a shit that AOL is no longer doing dial-up.
No. I mean, I
how many people were actually using it?
I forgot my windsock. I forgot to install that. So
yeah.
I guess I got to stop selling the CDs on Amazon though now. So
I mean, do you though?
I mean, you list a lot of them.
Yeah. For sure.
I bet you there's some like crappy like class action in the process. Like, I still have 100 hours left.
Right.
See, the key is to undercut everyone else selling AOL CDs by like $1 and then charge them extra in shipping.
You pay shipping.
Yeah. Or sell it via Prime.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been so long since when VA Linux, we were changing, because we used to include a copy of Linux in a nutshell with every computer. And we decided we were going to stop doing that. So I went to Larry and I was like, Larry, so what you going to do with all these books? And he's like, you want them? I'm like, sure. And so Christine and I started selling them on Amazon,
Nice.
by the copy for like nothing, because our acquisition cost was nothing.
Yeah.
And so I was selling them for like $8 or whatever, or $9. And it was like a $30 book or whatever. And like people were pissed. Like the other sellers, like these bookstore types, they're like, what the hell is this bullshit? And I'm
ruin
like,
our market.
I'm like, sorry, dude. And then like I talked to Tim O'Reilly about it, or Sarah on his staff, and I was like, hey, is this like a problem? And they're like, oh, we were wondering who was doing that. And it was just like, because I mean, I probably sold a couple pallets of the book, and
they noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, they were happy because we had bought them from O'Reilly in the first place,
Yeah.
But it was like, it was something.
So we got a story.
But that was the last time I did something like that. So yeah.
You've never shenaniganed since?
Well, it was. I mean, it wasn't illegal.
No,
it was just, I had the chance to pick up an asset that was going to iterate, because the next version of the book was going to come out. So I was like, I got to get rid of these now.
They're just going to go to landfill.
Exactly.
So you just get kind of close to the line of, is this okay?
Yeah, and like I know how to send things media mail.
Right, and MSRP isn't a real thing anyway.
Yeah, so
I've forgotten about media mail.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got a story about an influencer who flew to Antarctica and then got stuck.
What kills me about this is he's like, oh, it really stinks being stuck up here, and I'm like, then don't fly there, you idiot. They didn't give you permission to fly there. You took your little, puddle jumper
from Chile
across some of the most dangerous waters on the planet.
Yep.
Well, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, they're not letting me.
Yeah,
the weather's too bad. They're not letting me
him fly back.
And it's like, if you had an appendix burst, they wouldn't let you fly back. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So
he's got to.
They should have just let him go.
If he wants to.
I'm sure his parents and everybody love him over there who know him and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that kind of decision making, are we going to miss it?
I mean, we're not going to miss him. I'm not subscribed to him.
For sure.
Yeah, I unsubscribed from him after that.
What does he influence? Bad ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that would be hilarious though. Like, imagine being there on the ground and just, what the hell is that?
Who's
Oh.
the idiot?
Who
You
did?
know?
Who would
Some
do that?
Teenager gets out, or young 20s. It looks like he's a young guy.
Now, it would
Yeah,
have
he's a
been cool
kid,
if it
man.
was more like, this guy's defecting from Russia or North
Yeah.
Korea. Or
Yeah, for
something.
sure.
Like, that's legit. Like flying from those places too.
Different story.
You
I'm
know?
here to climb the mountains of madness, and
Yeah.
or whatever weird thing.
Or like he's like, I brought a really big book.
Oh,
I
I
since
love
I'm gonna
this
be
shot.
trapped
I
here.
just noticed the guy with binoculars looking
Yeah,
at
he's
me.
like,
What the hell is
hell?
happening?
Oh no.
Joker.
What the hell is happening?
If he had popped out and said, "Hey, DoorDash,
Yeah,
I got a
exactly.
delivery."
I brought your Chilean sea bass.
Yeah, he's a gig worker.
I've got some Mountain Dew and beef jerky.
Yeah, I don't know, and some Stera strips. Somebody's appendix burst. Yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
So I don't mean to be a jerk, but could you give me a better tip?
Yeah, I flew here from Chile.
This is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Instead, he's like, can I get some gas? And they're like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
Here?
I need to fill up.
Get out of here.
Sure, it's $1,000 a gallon because you're in Antarctica.
What do you mean you're not gonna let me go?
And I got to pay security expenses for the month that I'm stuck here.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like he's got to pay rent.
For sure.
He's like, I can't believe it. The consequences of my actions are terrible.
Could you at least smash that like button?
Like and subscribe.
Like
there,
and subscribe, please. So we got a story about Reddit is now going to block the Internet Archive.
Yeah.
That sucks.
They're like, listen, we've cut a deal with these people to buy our content, and so if they're going to go to Internet Archive and buy it from them, that's not cool.
Can't resell our Reddit.
Can't resell the stuff that all of our users have made.
You can't resell the stuff that we got for free that we're busy reselling because our model is completely collapsing under the tidal wave of bot posters.
Yeah. It's really something. And the thing is, it's not like the Wayback Machine's got like infinite bandwidth to give people.
Right.
For these crawls, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem right. At the same time, I get it. When people are just free riding off your bandwidth,
well,
that stinks too.
So Rob remembers far too well, like the cat food reports that we used to have to maintain because Google even would. When Google would crawl Slashdot, they would hit us too hard for our servers to be able to handle it sometimes. And we eventually were able to whitelist Google, but every day or two, a new bot would hit Slashdot, and it would hit it 1 million times. In a day, and like that was in an era when we were probably getting a few million page views, and then suddenly you have a bot show up and they're 20% of your traffic, and you can handle that at 2 a.m. But you can't handle that during prime time where like every core is throttled, or is maxed out.
And worse than that, like I should say you, but Slashdot was always so friendly for the RSS feeding types, right? So everyone who was making a reader or even like a headline generator or whatever, they'd start with Slashdot because they're like, oh, we know the RSS feed is always going to be there, and so it, like when Bates and we went to the Media Lab in 2002, 2001, and pretty much all the games they were playing with projecting headlines on Vesta board type stuff or projections and all the rest was all Slashdot headlines, because it was like, yeah, of course they're going to default to that,
Easy.
And that's not to say that they weren't pinging it 1 million times a day.
Well, that was actually a real big problem because you would find a robot that would hit robots text, but they would hit robots text 100,000 times a day.
Yeah.
Guys,
it hasn't changed.
You don't need to like robots text updates, like annually.
Yeah.
I actually just read a whole article about somebody who's like, it's time to retire robots.txt.
Well, they want to have AI robots at text. They want to have these other things, and it's like, this thing was barely holding together as it was.
It's true. It's time for us to crash this internet and start over and build a new one. So did you know that the UK is having a little bit of a water shortage problem, and they've come up with a solution, which is to delete files to save water?
Yeah, I saw this, and it's one of those things where I'm trying to like read the best possible intentions into this,
Yeah.
and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. If anything, deleting files probably uses more water because like a lot of those files are probably there forever.
Mhm.
And like just leave them there powered on. But if you actually have to do stuff to them, it probably is using electricity to, but they probably don't delete any data. They probably just delete the metadata, right? So how can that be significant?
Yeah.
I guess if you delete data, it would mean you wouldn't have to install more data. But
Yeah.
that represents a kind of a gross misunderstanding of where the power problems are in a data center, I think. Let's never mind that saying hello to your chat GPT is like a gallon of water.
Well, and then you have this discussion of what are we talking about when we talk about a gallon of water? It's like, is that evaporative cooling or processed water? I mean, is it really a gallon of water? I mean, are they using anyway?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, that story made me giggle. Starbucks Korea, they're making rules now about you can't just go and buy a cup of coffee and sit there all day.
It's not just that. I guess they've been having lots of problems with people bringing printers and
Yeah.
basically just little mobile offices and setting them up
Yeah.
in the shop.
The printer one was great.
Yeah. Imagine just
Yeah. So I saw this, and of course, the thing that really caught my eye was the "Don't bring your printer." I'm like,
Yeah,
they're bringing
they're
printers.
bringing printers.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just, and they're probably just bringing like a small portable printer, but I'm picturing them bringing like the big,
Right.
thing you normally have on a cart.
Yeah. Well, I remember back in the day, you would occasionally see like pictures on the internet floating around of somebody who brought in like the full size tower case and the
Yeah.
CRT monitor, like not
Right.
even a laptop, but like a full sized monitor, a CRT. That was a real
Okay.
thing.
And
Okay, this is hilarious.
wow,
They've
he's
got their
got
own
a-
partition.
And
yeah,
he's got looks like
This
a
is at
Keychron
a
keyboard,
Starbucks.
man.
Yeah, no, I've got that one actually. Yeah.
I have a slightly different, but almost the same one. I love Keychrons.
Yeah, I think this is actually a newfie. I just got this new one.
I won't unplug. I'd have to unplug
Oh.
mine. Ooh, I won't unplug mine because I'm afraid that because something in the USB chain would reset.
I mean,
Yeah.
so now that WeWork isn't something, what are these people supposed to do? Right?
Yeah.
This is the
That's
only
thing.
option
WeWork
left to
is
do.
still out there. Regis is still out there. It's this is, and I'm sure there's the Korean equivalent, like Rework Chan or whatever. But yeah,
There's a couple of those places even in Ann Arbor, and so I assume there's places.
I think this is just I mean, people are gonna take free stuff whenever they can.
That's true, and I mean, in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things, like a Starbucks is
Right.
probably pretty well located. For,
Well, I mean, there's usually a bathroom Starbucks.
Yeah,
and
right.
Someone's gonna
Starbucks,
show up with a partition, and set up a little shop there, and someone's just gonna start selling old books.
yeah,
Yeah.
they got a whole
Yeah.
pallet of Linux for
Yeah.
Dummies.
Right.
You
What are they
gotta buy
gonna
'em
do?
there.
Well, it was
Right.
Linux in a nutshell.
I
It
know,
wasn't a
but
dummy.
Linux for Dummies is funnier.
Dummies was a different publishing.
Oh
arm.
yeah, sorry, we
Come
want to
on,
plug
we're
O'Reilly.
high-end people here, man.
All right,
This is the golden age of O'Reilly animal books.
we missed the golden age of O'Reilly animal books.
Yeah, for sure.
We missed
Although
the
you
golden
wouldn't put
age.
animals on a nutshell title, as I'm sure you know.
Oh yeah, I know. So the last one that we got on the list here is the Estonian Auto Romeo and Juliet.
What is this nonsense?
This is amazing.
This is amazing. When I looked at it, so from what I remember, basically it's a production of Romeo and Juliet with no actors. You are sitting looking at this quarry, and all of those machines are different people in the movie. Romeo is a digger.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember. I thought Juliet was a forklift, but maybe she isn't.
Well,
There's
I mean,
a cement mixer.
you would
involved
make
with it.
Juliet a jackhammer, right? I mean,
Shouldn't Romeo be the
Presumably not.
jackhammer?
I think
so.
this is
Or probably Mercutio.
Juliet could be the cement
yeah.
mixer.
Yeah.
this is the sword fight with Romeo.
Oh
and
yeah,
Mercutio, I
they're
think.
sword
Yeah.
fighting.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Can't you see it?
Oh yeah, that's the screenshot.
I got to tell you, if they had this on
I
here,
figured it out.
and they have actors, saying the dialogue while the machines go and act out whatever.
Wow.
But if this was here, I would go watch it just because of how freaking bizarre this is.
It would be
You know,
fantastic.
I think you'd have a hard time getting tickets to this thing. Got to be honest.
I mean, if this thing was in Michigan,
I
I'd fly
would
out
be
to do
there.
it.
If this was in Saline, Rob, we would be there opening night.
We would be there. Yeah, for sure we would.
Yeah.
Right now.
I mean, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, and it looks like they've got sort of a truck over here. So is the truck like a baby, you know, in this metaphor?
I hope that they color
they have a bunch
coded
of
them
other...
by like
so you can tell
Capulets
Montagues and Capulets.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like Michigan license plates. Like different countries they use license plates to differentiate.
Right.
Yeah, you got Upers versus downstaters. Yeah.
So yeah, that story is amazing. Is there a video?
I kind of
love
it. I don't know. Let me see. I mean, there should be. There's probably one somewhere.
Juliet takes in regular gas instead of diesel at the end.
She just there we go.
Romeo. There we go. Yep.
They're sword fighting.
Sure enough.
Look at that.
Awesome.
That is the happiest man to ever live.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That guy's like, I'm a construction worker and I really love Shakespeare. Here we go.
Yep.
Look at his shirt. It's a Shakespeare shirt that says "Stop making drama."
You know, the thing about those guys that drive those big machines is when they're good, they are crazy good and so precise.
Amazing.
So like they absolutely should be able to do performance level work with that. That's amazing.
I guess I'll do Hamlet next. You know,
they definitely should. All right. Media.
I can't wait for Inherit the Wind.
Although I can't picture it, but maybe like An Importance of Being Earnest, one of the classic parlor comedies, you know.
For sure. I want to see him like take on like the MCU, but like with costumes. Like they paint them all up.
Now
I'm thinking the Book of Mormon. Once they do the Book of Mormon like this, or spam a lot.
Hello. My name is Elder Price. I would like to. Okay, sorry.
I don't know what vehicle would be appropriate for the book. Well, I guess
an ambulance,
construction equipment for maybe.
As long as you paint it white.
Yeah. Anyway,
how do you do the garments? You know,
that's actually what you have to put the driver in the garments.
Yeah, but you couldn't see it. You know. I mean, they have to wear high vis.
Are you looking
Maybe
at
they have
the
a high
garments?
vis garment. High vis garments.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, imagine
we figured it out.
Imagine if you're a costumer for construction equipment.
Yeah.
That's
what a great job.
That is a niche field.
It's like
what do you do for a living? Well, I make costumes for front end loaders.
For forklifts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a thong for a bobcat.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, not the cat, but the brand of construction equipment. Yes.
Although maybe bobcats would like thongs, we don't
know. Yeah. No one knows.
I turned the forklift into Loki. That was pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any media that's worth sharing? I got a couple that are pretty great.
I think we've seen the pinnacle of media.
We might have. Yeah.
Clearly.
After this, that should be on YouTube. We should.
No,
I admit I started
waiting to watch Superman this week.
Oh, that's
it's good. It's on digital now.
Yep, it's on digital.
No.
I've watched the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth.
And how is it?
I just want to say it's phenomenal. It's really good. And Chris, I think especially you're gonna really groove on it. It's pretty straightforward. There's like a Weyland-Yutani research zoo ship that's like captured and aliens of various sizes and shapes, including xenomorphs. And under mysterious circumstances, it crashes on Earth. And the production design of the ship is just chef's kiss. They captured 1979, all of that. But when they crash on Earth, they crash next door to like Neverland Island, where there's like a billionaire, a trillionaire. They say he's a trillionaire, and his research facility is putting cancer kid consciousness into synth bodies. So he's got like a little troop of, they call them the Lost Boys, and it's all Peter Pan references. It's Neverland is the island, and the main gal is Wendy. But they send in a gang of synths with cancer kids consciousness to go investigate the wreckage.
Oh, wow.
So they're children inside of these super powerful adult synth bodies, and they're being led by Timothy Oliphant, who is a straight up just regular a regular synth, a regular robot. So the whole thing is like there's augmented humans, there's humans with there's synthetics with human consciousness, and there's regular synths, and they go investigate an alien ship. And because it's an alien, or because it's a ship filled with like zoo creatures, there's many different alien species on it to encounter. And the first 2 episodes were friggin' great. Can't speak highly enough of it. The next episode I think might be out, and I can't wait to watch it. That's probably what I'm doing this afternoon.
Yeah, I want to go see Nobody 2. That's out in the theaters.
I heard mixed reviews. No? I haven't seen it yet. Like I really liked Nobody Just Fine. Like I thought it was solid.
Yeah.
But apparently this is not nearly as inspired. It's definitely on my list, but I'm going to wait for streaming for that one. The one that's in theaters that I want to see is Weapons.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really liked Barbarian.
Also, there's a movie coming up called Good Boy that I'm really interested in seeing.
What's that about?
It's a sort of it's a ghost sort of / horror movie, but from the perspective of the family dog.
Oh yeah. You said that to me. I have that on my list for when it comes out.
So you have to be careful because there's also an old I think it's 2012 or 22 German movie about a lady who falls in love with a really rich guy, goes to his house and finds out that he has a pet dog that's actually a person dressed like a dog. And that's called Good Boy too.
A lot of good boys.
Yeah. But, different premise.
Yeah. I watched one called The Ugly Stepsister, which I think, Rob, you might actually enjoy it. It's Cinderella kind of, but it's told from the perspective of the ugly stepsister. And it is a body horror movie.
Does she cut her toes off to fit in the shoes?
They go all the places. Nice. But they start off with it's all about she has to make herself beautiful to win the charm of the prince or whatever. And
as you do.
So the opening scene is in the trailer, but she gets a nose job. But it's like, whatever, the 1700s or whatever, the 1800s. And so it's like a chisel, and they have her like strapped down, and it's really graphic. And then each subsequent procedure that she goes through is worse. And
it all works out, and she gets the prince, and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nope. Because the fairy tale.
I think you're talking about the Trump administration's.
I mean, Prince Charming isn't going to hang out with an Uggo.
No, for sure.
What's an Uggo in those times?
It is, the only bad thing about it is I remember it's in Norse, maybe. It's not English. So, and like subtitles are fine for certain kinds of movies, but for body horror, I kind of don't want subtitles because
they cover up all the good stuff.
Well, I have a hard time with subtitles and keeping track of like a large ensemble. Because like I need to see the faces, and I need to see like to keep everybody straight. But if it's just like a couple of people, no problem. But when it's a large cast, or when it's like a body horror thing, or like a super visual movie, and a body horror movie is ultimately meant to be visual in its horrifying grossness. But I would say there are 2 scenes in Ugly Stepsister where I literally like couldn't look. Because it was like, oh my God, I just need a break. I'm halfway through the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, and it's never good when I say I am halfway through. First of all, it's a 2.5-hour movie, and second of all, I've already had to split it into 3 parts, and I have like it's.
Does it put you to sleep though? I mean, is it like soporific?
It's boring.
Yeah. But there's a lot of boring stuff. I'm like, and maybe it's just we're older, and so it's not new to us at all.
Well,
but
the other problem with the Mission Impossible is that I'd have to go
constantly
back and flashing
watch 3 movies that I've skipped. I don't.
No, you don't have to go back and watch it because they insert constantly they're inserting scenes from other better Mission Impossible movies to remind you. Remember when the better part?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did not like. I'm really struggling with that one. I watched Elio, which is the new Pixar movie. And you know what?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what? Here's the thing. It has Carl Sagan voiceover in several parts. It has the Voyager probe plays a pivotal thing in the plot. It's all about a little boy obsessed with aliens. Like, all of these things are things that would be a home run for me. And so boring. So boring. There's a sidekick character named Glorden who's very charming, and the whole rest of the movie can just whatever. It's 3-star, boring, good for kids.
I mean, it is a kids movie.
It is, but like a lot of those Pixar movies were kids movies that had more going on, and this was just too by the numbers. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these movies now is it's just they're so generated from the outline from the Save the Cat or whatever, or they just feel like a movie you've already seen. Mission Impossible. But the problem with the Mission Impossible movies is like it's literally like get to the place, get the thing, repeat. And like the thing never matters.
It's a fetch quest.
Yeah, but like it has nothing to do with character development. It has nothing to do with growing as people. There's no like get to the place, get the thing. We also just rewatched with one of my kids WandaVision. And man, that show on second watch, really great. Really great.
Yeah.
And I didn't even, what was interesting is we knew when we watched it that there were reshoots at the end, and you can really tell if you know what you're looking for.
Why did they actually say, no, it was bad that you enslaved these people for months?
No. But like you can tell that like COVID forced staging choices.
Yeah.
And because they shot the last few scenes after, like they were one of the first productions to like get to do some shooting after the lockdowns. And like it looks uncomfortable, but it was interesting because the kid watched it and he's like, if you hadn't said anything, I probably wouldn't have even noticed. So that's good. Because there's a lot of TV that came out in 2021 and 2022 that looks really bad because nobody could stand any closer than 6 feet from 6 feet apart or whatever. I've mentioned Rob on the boat, Taskmaster, the British panel TV show. It's fine, but I just got to the lockdown season or the COVID season, and all the contestants their chairs are 6 feet apart. The hosts are 6 feet apart. Like they just redid the whole set. There's no studio audience. It's really weird to watch that, like with 5 years of hindsight. Like, remember that year where you're just so happy to have some new content, but it all looked weird? Is there anything coming up media-wise that we should be keeping our eyes open for? Probably.
So we've been watching the new Outlander series.
Oh no.
No, it's actually not bad. I mean, it's very well done television. There's like a ton of stuff starting this week.
Yeah, well, we're getting
like
to
we have Gen V coming soon.
Yeah,
We've
Gen
got,
V.
there's a lot of stuff popping up.
Well,
yeah.
Chris,
so you don't have to waste your time with boring stuff.
Get Alien Earth in there.
I will.
You're
I
gonna like it. It's even if just the production design, but like the thing that I love is that with so many of those, with a lot of the Alien movies, like they lean too hard into some aspect of it, like Prometheus and all of those things. Like they all have like weird things that they want to lean into, and this one, man, they don't lean into anything that I'm not interested in that. Everything that they lean into is like fun, interesting sci-fi premise, and they're not being greedy by throwing every single idea on the plate. And that was like the problem. Like the problem with like Prometheus was that was what was going on. It's like there's so many ideas here. You gotta get rid of 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't watch this no more. Well, that's all I had on my list. So let's say goodbye to Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
And goodbye to Chris DeBona.
See ya.
That was episode